Public rally held in Kohima to protest India-Myanmar. Border fencing, Kohima, April 9, 2025. A massive public rally was held today at the Old MLA Hostel Junction in Kohima, Nagaland, to protest against the proposed India-Myanmar border fencing and recent changes to the Free Movement Regime, FMR. The rally, organized by the Angami Public Organization, APO, in collaboration with all major Naga tribal bodies based in Kohima, drew a large crowd of concerned citizens, youth leaders, and tribal representatives. The united stand expressed during the event highlighted the growing apprehension that the fencing project would divide Naga ancestral land and sever age-old cultural and familial ties. The rally began at 10 a.m. with a prayer led by Reverend Sentisashi Aier, senior pastor of Kohima Ao Baptist Arogo. This was followed by an opening address from Thejso Vihienuo, president of APO, who issued a passionate call to safeguard indigenous rights and uphold the unity of the Naga people across borders. Voices from the borderlands were brought forward by Khampei Konyak of Longwa village, Mon district, and Shingnya of Dan village, Noklak district, who described the real-world impact of the fencing, how it would cut through villages, divide families, hinder traditional trade routes, and disrupt entire economies that rely on cross-border movement. Senior Advocate Timikha Koza gave a legal and historical perspective, emphasizing that the Nagas have lived in these areas since time immemorial. He criticized the colonial-era demarcation and the present-day implementation of imaginary boundaries without physical surveys or proper political consultation. The free movement regime is being scrapped and replaced with hard borders, stripping the Nagas of their rights to their own land, he said. We must do whatever we can. The people of India must consult with the Naga people before it is too late. In a solidarity message, Shiwoto Wotsa, president of Kohima Sumi Hoho, echoed the urgent need for unity and collective action. He called on all Naga communities to resist policies that infringe upon indigenous rights and ancestral lands. Naga tribal bodies submit memorandum to center, urge halt to border fencing. Following the rally, representatives of 19 tribal bodies submitted a joint memorandum to the Union Home Minister through the Governor of Nagaland, demanding immediate halt to the Indo-Myanmar border fencing project, restoration of the Free Movement Regime, FMR, to its original form, withdrawal of the Protected Area Permit, PAP, requirements for Nagaland. The memorandum raised strong objections to recent Ministry of Home Affairs decisions, particularly the new border pass system, notified on December 24, 2024, and PAP imposition, dated December 17, 2024. The tribal leaders argued that these actions undermine indigenous rights and disregard the lived realities of people along the 215-kilometer Indo-Myanmar border in Nagaland. The memo further referenced Article 36 of the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, UNDRIP, which affirms the rights of indigenous peoples separated by international borders to maintain and develop cross-border relationships. Signatories of the memorandum included Thejso Vihienuo, President, Angami Public Organization, Khampei Konyak, President, Konyak Union Kohima Dozohu Tuni, President, Chakesang Hoho Kohima KN Montung Lota, Chairman Kohima Lota Hoho Sapongse Sanctum President, Sanctum Union Kohima K Guanilohim, President, Rengma Public Organization, Kohima Chutong President, Tikhir Union, Kohima K Onglingaku Chang, President, Chang Union, Kohima Thang Hoi Lam, President, Kiam Niungan, Union Kohima Kangdi Maram, President, Maram Union Kohima DB Kaisu, President, Bumay Naga, Union Kohima James Luiram, President, Tanghul Union Kohima Akum Yimkyong, President, Yimkyong Union Kohima Wachusi Katiri, President, Pochuri Union Kohima Nelba Numai, President, Nagaland Zeliang, People's Organization Kohima T. Chobayanger, President, Kohima Ao Union Imti Fom, President, Fom Union Kohima K. Shiwoto Wotsa, President, Kohima Sumi Hoho Dihimao, President, Mao Union Kohima. The memorandum ends with a clear warning that the Naga people will not allow their ancestral rights to be compromised, asserting that peaceful protest and democratic resistance must not be mistaken for weakness.